Good afternoon, Floss Tube. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is Wednesday. It is the 30th of September, and this is Chart of the Day video number 83. Welcome. I'm sorry I've been gone. I hope all of you are doing well. Had kind of a rough couple of weeks. Some family issues came up. I didn't feel well at all last week. I had a horrible headache the entire week, and my stomach was questionable. Combine that, it was busy in the shop. I was trying to run around madly in my spare time and choose tile and flooring and things like that for the remodel, and you would not have wanted me to make a video. I was not in a good mood last week because my head hurt so bad, and so no videos were made. I apologize for my absence. Thank you all for being so concerned about me. I did appreciate the emails. I didn't get all of them answered, but I did appreciate the emails from everyone checking in. So I will try not to do that to you again, but I make no promises. This is going to be kind of short because I do want to do Out of the Stash at Last video 2. So I'll chat more in the other one. Question of the day from the 16th was food combinations, weird ones, and there were a lot of. I thought my food combinations were strange, but you people eat some weird stuff. I was reading some of them to Lori, and she's like, oh, and each one she'd get louder with each oh. So thank you for sharing that. I did enjoy reading. I want to know how you come up with these combinations. That was my big question, is who thinks to put, what was the one, there was one that really got me, and I can't remember what it is because it's been so long. But that's what I want to know, is what goes through a person's head when they're thinking, oh, it's okay, I'm going to put applesauce on my fish, or what was it? Gosh, I can't remember. I'll have to read back and maybe. But anyway, I just wonder, maybe that should be my next question of the day, is whatever possessed you to try some of that stuff. I don't remember the first time I tried crepe jelly and American cheese. I think I was at home and I just wanted something. I don't think we had any peanut butter, so I used cheese instead. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but it was fun reading over your responses. So thank you for participating in that. Today we have a chart from Heart and Hand. This has been laying on the counter since the 16th. I chose it the day of my last video, which was the 16th, and it's been laying here since then. So it's called Robin Sampler. It's really cute. Uses a ton of colors in that little puppy, though. The chart sells for $15. The reason for that is because you do get this little felt circle with the button on it. So, or with button. I don't think it's actually attached to the felt circle. It could be. I didn't open it up. But anyway, you do get that, so you don't have to stitch that. And that would be why it's a $15 chart. The floss looks mostly like this. I did have to make a couple substitutions. I'm out of black coffee, so I subbed Gentle Arts Onyx, and I'm out of Bean Sprout from Classic Colorworks, so I substituted Pea Pod. So those are the colors. There's a red in there. I can't quite get him there to show up. So those are your colors. It calls for, let me open it back up. It calls for 32 count vintage country mocha. 2 strands over 2 threads. There's some back stitching, some lazy daisy stitches, and a blanket stitch, which I have never done a blanket stitch. I don't know if that's difficult to do or not. I've not ever done it. So this is Vintage Country Mocha. These are your colors on the Vintage Country Mocha, which looks quite nice. But if you don't happen to have Vintage Country Mocha in your stash, by the way, this is 160 by 80, so approximate size on 32 count is 10 by 5. And if you don't happen to have the Vintage Country Mocha, I think that Ancient, this is 32 count Ancient, would do quite nicely as a sub. I have a little bit of Legacy in an Ada, 16 count Ada in Legacy, and that would work quite nicely also. So and then for something that's not in that neutral beigey look, this is a 16 count Graceful Gray Ada, and that would just brighten that up, and I think that would look good too. So a light gray would work. So that's your chart of the day for the day. Your question of the day is, what was your favorite childhood board game? I'm going to have to say Aggravation. We used to play that on Friday or Saturday nights. Dad would pop popcorn. Speaking of weird food combinations, and my father. My father always ate his popcorn in a bowl with milk on it, which I thought was the weirdest damn thing I had ever heard of when I was growing up, and it used to just gross me out. But apparently other people do that same thing. Milk on their popcorn. It just kind of curdles in my stomach when I think about it. But anyway, so he would pop popcorn and we would all play Aggravation while Mom usually did laundry and stuff. But there's a lot of memories there with that game. And I liked all the, Clue was another good one, Candyland, Chutes and Ladders, but I'd have to say Aggravation was probably my favorite. So just curious what your favorite board game was as a child, and why. Why was it your favorite board game? Is it because you won all the time? I'm pretty good at Clue. At Clue, but it's not my favorite. Amy and Emily play a ton of board games. I'm not so much a board game player anymore. Every once in a while, I much prefer like Sequence or Mexican Train Dominoes, or hold on, this could be a plumber. Well, I paused the video and it shut it down, so I'll have to splice this together. Whoever it was, they called like 3 separate times and never said a word, so we'll just continue the video. I was at talking about board games. I don't remember exactly where I was talking about board games, so I think what I'm going to do is just say thanks for joining me. Again, I'm sorry for my absence. I didn't mean to worry anyone, and I'm going to go and make out of the stash at last video, so I will see you again shortly. In the meantime, you take care, get some stitching done. Bye!